Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Now, this appointment of judges has caused a difference between the government and the Supreme Court. This is a very important topic, and this conflict, this difference will only grow larger. Let's discuss why. Let's get right into the show. Okay, so before we get into the analysis and all of that, let us understand in simple language what exactly is the cause of this conflict. ठीक है ना? So let's start with the concept of appointing judges in Supreme Court and High Court. In our Constitution, Article 124 and 217 deals with the appointment of judges in Supreme Court and High Court. Article 124(2) deals with appointments of judges in Supreme Court. Now, according to the article, what is the procedure? The procedure is the President of India appoints Supreme Court judges. How does the President of India appoint Supreme Court judges? The President of India appoints Supreme Court judges in consultation with the senior judges from High Court and Supreme Court. This is how the President is supposed to appoint judges. But it is always said that it is his discretion. That's if he feels he wants to consult. But normally, what used to happen in this country is that this concept called Collegium, who are the group of senior judges, this Collegium would recommend names, send it to the President, and the President would appoint these judges. While, mind you, the term Collegium does not exist in our Constitution, nor in any article. But this is how it used to be. So, Collegium recommends judges, goes to President, President appoints them. ठीक है ना? Okay. Now what happened? Politicians said, ये क्या है? They said, इसमें कोई transparency there? There's no transparency. यार, we don't know how judges are appointed. What basis are you appointing judges? What basis on one judge appointing another judge? And it's a democracy, boss. You can't do things without transparency. So they said, नहीं, ये नहीं चलता है. So saying, on the 14th of August, they introduced a bill. The bill was called NJAC, that is National Judicial Appointments Commission. That is what it was called, NJAC. They said we will create an NJAC, which consists of the Chief Justice, which is by ex officio chairman of the commission. It will consist of 2 senior judges, okay, also ex officio members of the commission. It will consist of the Minister for Law, and it will consist of 2 eminent citizens. One of them should be from SC, ST, OBC or woman. This is what this commission would be. So it would be a 6-member commission. And this 6-member commission will decide who the judges are. Now the judges said, "Arey, ye kya hai? Court kaun run kar raha hai? We are running the court and you are deciding who should be the judges. How can this be right?" Like I told you, politicians say, "Boss, on what basis? We are public representative, Baba. We need to know how you are appointing people. We need to know who is going to be the next judge, who are you appointing in Supreme Court, who are you appointing in High Court. We need to know. Why shouldn't we not interfere?" This is the basis of the conflict. ठीक है ना? So that's a clear understanding. ठीक है. Now let's go further. Let's talk about what exactly are we talking about here. Let us talk about analyzing this problem. You see, have you ever wondered, under the garb of public representation, under the garb of protecting public interest, these politicians sitting in the government, why are they so keen on interfering with transfers, posting of judges, posting of police officers, posting of top powerful bureaucrats? Why are these people so interested? Are they interested because they want to take care of your interest? Is that the reason? Or are they interested because they want to control law and order, they want to control law and use law possibly against dissenting voice? Or worse, use law, use courts to earn money. Because the reason I even say this is because the former Home Minister of Maharashtra is still languishing in jail. Why? Because it is alleged that he took hundreds of crores for transfers. But then we hear this every day, it is not new. So, are the politicians getting involved to ensure that they fill their coffers? Are they getting involved so that the opposition can be put behind bars? There was one chief minister who sent Punjab police to Gujarat to arrest people and so on and so forth. The central agencies we all know. So, are the politicians using this to win political battles and calling it public representation? Calling it that they are doing it for our benefit. Is that happening? Number one question. Number two question is that there is a rule which says that if 2 people out of the 6 people veto, you can't appoint that judge. You can't appoint that judge. Mind you, there are 3 people from Judiciary, which is the Chief Justice and 2 senior most judges, and 3 people, that is one from government, that is the minister, and 2 eminent citizens. Two of these 6 people say, nahi karne ka hai. Don't appoint him. It is stalemate. So you can frustrate the judiciary, you can frustrate the commission by saying, no, not till such time you get your people there. How is that transparent, for crying out loud? How is that transparent? Number 2. Number 3 is, who decides this commission, those 2 eminent citizens? Because we've seen a lot of eminent citizens. Now the law says, or what the NJAC says, is that this eminent citizens are appointed by the Prime Minister, the Chief Justice of India and the leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha. That's how they appoint these people. But ye sab humne dekha hai na. We've seen all this, such eminent people being unbiased way of putting up eminent people, and then finally what happens to those eminent people. We've seen all that. We've seen in various appointments that happens in the government, where we are hoping that, this person or this post will be unbiased and end up being a stooge to the government. How do you know that will not happen here? So, end of the day, this concept of NJAC that has been proposed, what kind of transparency is this going to get? Isn't this removing the judiciary and getting the legislature, that is the government, involved in this process? Isn't that the only change that this process is going to do? Is this going to help law and order? Is this going to help the judiciary? It is going to help the legal system. I don't see this, because I don't see any strong evident points in this entire that ensures that it helps, it betters the legal justice system. I don't see that. So this is what I think about the conflict. Please write in your views. Please let me know what you think in the comment box below. Before I end, I have one more topic to discuss with you. I will take another 3 minutes of your time. You see, there is a map that is floating in various social media which talks about BJP's control over Indian states and states which are not controlled by BJP. Now the map is right there on your screen, and you will find that BJP technically controls Gujarat, controls Goa, controls Uttar Pradesh, controls Haryana. This is where what BJP control is. And states like Karnataka, states like Maharashtra, and states like Madhya Pradesh, what BJP did is they pulled down the government and they formed the government. Now, let us not discuss right, wrong, otherwise that is not my topic today. Okay, but they pulled down government. Most of the other states are with different regional parties. Some of them are with Congress and most of them are with regional parties. Of course, I forgot to add Assam, Tripura, Manipur and Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh, also the 7 sisters, as part of Bharatiya Janata Party kitty. Okay, so the rest of the states are managed by regional parties, and or Congress. This is the status. Now, what are we saying? We are saying that, listen, you know what? Therefore, BJP's influence is very limited to these states. Now, the reason I wanted to put my 2 bits onto this particular analysis is because I think this analysis is going in the wrong direction. Because these were the same analysis we started seeing in 2018 and 2019. Same analysis. Array, BJP government not existing, no states is governed by BJP, so BJP's popularity is going down. All this is not correct. There are states who have regional parties but are completely dedicated to BJP, like Odisha, which should be taken into consideration. Most of the states at some point or other are looking towards BJP. They do not want to offend BJP or they do not want to go against BJP. So the fact is, based on this particular map, to say that, listen, you know what, BJP is completely powerless, and you know, BJP is losing its charisma, BJP is losing its hold over India, BJP is not a popular government and all, is wrong, because this is exactly what we did in 2018 and 2019, and it is being done again. These things do not work in general elections. General elections are a different issue, different story. So opposition parties should be making their strategies accordingly. As on now, till such time that opposition parties eat into each other's vote and does not cause any harm to Bharatiya Janata Party, which is what is seen now. Look at Gujarat, what happened. AAP caused more harm to Congress than to Bharatiya Janata Party. Till such time that opposition party are going to cause harm to each other, all this map and all that you see, is of no worth and means nothing. Let me assure you that. So for people who may not like a BJP government may feel very good looking at this map. It will be a good picture and we can all say great. But finally, it is not going to result into anything, is my point. Till I see you next time, that is tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.
To know about the latest updates on our new news app, go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.